Yesterday when I told y'all that I would show you about my cabinets and what I did to them to make my life easier, I fixed to show you. But before I do that, look at this lemon today. Isn't that pretty? This is a little one, but it tastes really good. I just put some in a glass of water and put a little sugar in there, maybe some lemonade, but then I saved this one out to eat. It is so good. And what I do is pull that part off and eat all that. And then I eat the peeling. I love it. And it is so full of vitamin C. It's good for you. Don't throw your orange peeling or your lemon peeling or your apple peeling away. You can't throw your banana peeling away, though. Anyway, I wish y'all had some of these good lemons. So many people have given them to me, and I'm loving every bit of it. But let me show you my cabinet. And here's what I did. Well, first, let me tell you. You know those big baskets? They're about like this. And they're in freezers, like chest freezers and all that kind of stuff. Well, I saved a bunch of mine, and I found some at thrift shops and all like that. And I have enough to go in all my cabinets. So now I don't have to get on my knees and crawl around. I just look. Here's what I did. Let's see if you can see this. Here's the cabinet. I just pull this out. It's just one of those racks. And I've got my jars in there. I pick out what I want, and I push it back in. Then on this bottom one, I've got my lids in it. See? And I just push it back in. And over here, I've got different things in these. I've got my measuring cups in one. I've got my, these things, what you call them, your cups, to-go cups or whatever. I've got those in one. And just different things. And it has made my life great. So if you have some of those old things like that, I've got a plenty. But you can use them in your kitchen. And it'll be nice. Good morning, everybody. Look what I've got on. Old Miss Grandma. Listen, my granddaughter, Bay, is fixed to go back to Ole Miss in just a few days from the Christmas break. They had a long break. But anyway, her request was, Big Mama, please make some chicken and dumplings for me. And I said, what do you think I said? I said, I will, with pleasure. So I got me a big old fat chicken over here from the grocery store. And I got me a bucket of water here. I fixed to boil this thing. Now, you know, the sun's coming in my window this morning, so y'all may not be able to see, but I'm going to get you over here. Anyway, see how it's doing me? Ooh, Lord. Can't see a thing. Let me get the shadow of something. Here we go. Can you see me a little bit now? Anyway, here's my big old fat chicken. And I'm washing him good. And you know, when you buy a whole chicken like this, you get a little package in it. I know y'all can't see too good, but anyway, let me get down here. Oh, here's my package, and it's probably got a liver and a gizzard in it. Let's see what we got. I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to boil him too. It's got a neck, a liver, a heart, and there's no gizzard in this one. Just a neck, liver, and a heart. You never know what you're going to get. Anyway, what I do is I wash my chicken real good. And I've been washing him and getting him clean. And you're going to put this whole chicken in your pot, okay? And I'm putting him in my pot. And I'm just going to put water and salt in it. And let me rinse my hands off. And then we'll get over here where we can all see a little bit. Let me turn you that away. And I'm fixed to go over to here to the stove. I'm going to turn it on high. Now let me get y'all with me. Woo! Hey, can you see better now? I bet you can, can't you? Let's turn this light on. There we go. It's early in the morning. What I'm going to do is boil my chicken and get it all good tender. And let me get a little salt put on it. And then in just a little bit, I'm going to make my dumplings, and I'm going to put them in the refrigerator and in a bowl of dumpling dough. And then right before she comes, I'll get that out, roll it out, and cook it. And I'm going to show you how to make the dumpling dough. I'm going to show you how to debone this chicken, and we're going to get this thing done today. And maybe you'll want to make it tomorrow. Even though, have any of y'all got a granddaughter or grandson going to Ole Miss? Listen, I'm sorry Alabama lost, but you know what? We win some and we lose some, don't we? Life goes on. Life goes on. I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, y'all, our chicken is boiling little bit at the time. See, that broth is already coming out in there. I'm fixing to turn him over and let him boil on that breast side a little bit. All right, we'll let him boil like that too. And I want it to where it's just falling off the bone. And it's not there yet, but it will be. All right, y'all, our chicken is ready. And this cooked probably about 2 hours, this chicken. And the reason I cook it so long is this. If you don't cook your chicken long enough, all that good broth that it's going to make for you, you're not going to get it if you just cook it in there for a little while. So you want to make sure that your chicken is really cooked good. And I'm going to put this under it gently so that I won't get the bones. See, it's going to fall apart because it is really cooked. I want you to look at this. I'll show you. It's just a juice. I'm going to put it in this flat pan to cool for a little bit. All right, and I'm going to show you what I mean, okay? Let me make sure I don't have any more things in here. Look, there's a bone right there. Do you see that chicken bone? Whoop! There's not a drop of meat on it. Now, that is because I cooked it a long time. But now, it wasn't at a heavy boil. It was just at a low simmer boil, and that's going to get it all good and clean. Look what's the pretty meat in that. And the broth is really pretty. So, what we're going to do right here is I'm just going to cover it up and turn it off till I decide to cook my dumplings in this broth. Now, I want you to look at this chicken. Let me get you over here where you can see. All right. Now, do you see how that chicken meat is just pulling? I mean, it's just falling, as my mama used to say, falling off the bone. That's what she would say. And I'd say, how long do you cook it, Mama? And she'd say, till it falls off the bone. And that's what I did. And you're going to let that cool because you've got to debone this chicken with your fingers. And the reason you're going to do that is because sometimes there's some tiny little bones in there about the size of 2 match heads that you don't want anybody getting in their throat. And so God gave you feeling in your fingers. Now, the reason he did that is so you could debone a chicken and know if there was a bone in it. He gave you 5 senses, and I suggest you use all of them. There's some of y'all saying, how long do you cook that thing? How long do you do? Well, my Lord, look in there in your oven and look at what you're cooking. Heck, you know if it's done or not. You don't have to just keep on and on. You know. And if you don't, you need to start using the senses that God gave you, which is seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, tasting. I think that's all of them. You know, in Scripture where it says, he's got eyes, but he doesn't see. Or he's got ears, but he doesn't hear. That is a true statement that you see in the Bible. And that's because there's some people that hear the word. I mean, that somebody says the word, hears the word, and they don't really hear it. It just kind of goes in one ear and out the other one. They don't ingest it, I guess you'd say. And the same is true with your eyes. We see miracles of God all around us. But some people are blind. They don't see it. When I say blind, I'm not talking about they can't see. I'm talking about they're blind to that. So use your senses. All right, we're going to debone this chicken, and then we're going to make some dumplings after a while. Okay, y'all, the chicken is cooled, And so now I'm going to make my dumplings. Now, you know I've got 2 bowls. One of them is a biscuit bowl and one of them is a dumpling bowl. The biscuit bowl has self-rising flour in it. My dumpling bowl has all-purpose. So I have sifted it. And here is my all-purpose flour, white lily. So I made me a bird nest. And just for you, I measured, because I know y'all said, Miss Brenda, I'm a new cook and I don't know how to make anything. Put all of your flour in your bowl. It's not going to get wet and it's not going to ruin. This is 3/4 of a cup of solid grease. Buy whatever brand you want. All right, here we go. This is going to make a lot of dumplings. All right, so I'm going to start off with a cup of buttermilk because you know I don't measure. So I'm going to start off with this and I'll see if I need another little bit. So I'm going to pour that in my hole right here. In my bird nest she goes. Now I'm going to work the 2 of them together. Just doing the sleeves up, all right? And I'm just going to, just like you're doing biscuits, except remember, this is all-purpose flour. And we're going to have to work it a little bit longer than biscuits because we want it stiff, okay? So let me do this around and we'll see. Y'all see that flour, look at there, it's not wet. Do you see that? Everybody says, how come that flour isn't wet? Well, I don't know why. But I know that it's not. All right, I can already tell this is not enough buttermilk, so I'm going to put in a little more. Let me get my buttermilk out of here. I'm going to put in a 1/2 cup. Let's see if that's a 1/2 cup. Yep, that's a 1/2 cup. All right, there you go. So now we've got 1½ cups of buttermilk in there and 3/4 of a thing of solid grease. That's going to be enough, I can tell. All right, here we go. This is really good for your muscles and your fingers because you're getting exercise. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing. Keeping busy. Squash it. All right, now then, it's almost ready. And we're going to be adding a lot more flour, but I'll show you how we're going to do that. Okay? You've got to have it not sticky, and right now it's very sticky. Okay? Clean your hand off. Like that. And then move the bowl out of the way. Get to your surface and put you some flour on your surface, like that. Flour your hands and take out your dough. Now then, you're going to have to work a lot of flour into this because your dough cannot be sticky to make dumplings, okay? It cannot be sticky. So I'm just going to add a lot of flour. Work it in, press it, hit it, smash it, whatever. Because we're going to be rolling this out on this surface, and if it sticks to the surface, we won't have good dumplings. See how I can feel it sticky right there? I can feel it. I probably just, reach in there and get your big old handful out. You can't have too much flour. And whatever you have left over of this, if you have made too much, you can make fried pies tomorrow. See? We're not going to waste anything. We can make something out of it. We can make a cup. You can cut it with one of these things or a knife or whatever you want to. I always cut mine with my spatula. It's, I guess because I've always done it that way. They don't have to be perfect, y'all. Just cut them best you can. Now this is the same dumpling dough that you would make a peach cobbler or blackberry cobbler. You're gonna boil your fruit and then drop these good dumplings in it, and then save one of these things of dough for your topping. I heard somebody knocking. I hope not, because it's nighttime. The children, I told them to be over here at 6:30 to eat. All right, here we go. Now we'll go this way, like that. In the back boiler back there, I am boiling some carrot circles that I cut up. And come over here, I'll show them to you. Right there's my carrots, and I'm going to put butter and brown sugar over those. And then here's my green beans. We loved them so much the other day, the kids said they wanted some more. So all I've got in there is a little oil, and at the very last, I'm going to put salt, garlic, that kind of stuff in it. All right, as soon as this starts boiling, let me put the top on it to help it boil faster. As soon as it starts boiling, you're supposed to start dropping in your dumplings. And you're supposed to drop them in at a rolling boil, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. As soon as it rolls and boils, I'll get back on here. Okay, it's at a rolling boil. Let me get over here and see if I can get y'all on this side. And that way you can see the pot and the, let me see if you can see all of it. You can see the pot and me. So here's how I do it. I just pick a bunch up at one time like that, and I drop it in. You drop it right in the center, like that. See, here's the next little thing. See, it makes it easier when you've got them like that. And at a rolling boil. And I'm going to taste the broth a little bit and see. Now I've got my chicken in a, I've got my chicken in a bowl. I had put it in the refrigerator because you know I made all this morning and put it in the refrigerator because I wanted to do it for nighttime. All right, so we're going to have plenty of good dumplings. And they don't take long to cook. Maybe 15 minutes, something like that. It doesn't take long. So you don't need to put them in too far ahead of time. After my dumplings cook, I'm going to put my chicken in it. Here's the last one. Give it a little quick stir. All right, now it's not boiling now, see? So what we're going to do is make up some more while it's not boiling. So just get you out another little thing of dough. Sprinkle your flour out. Roll it out and be ready to put these on. Now don't be piddling around. Do it quickly because you don't want all your broth to boil away. So just do it real quick. If it sticks to your surface, that means you do not have enough flour in it. So you need to work some more in it. Okay, there we go. All right, let me put these in real quickly. And then I'm going to turn them down and let them cook. You can't do this slow. You got to put a move on it. I'm not used to moving slow anyway. I'm used to moving fast. Somebody told me it burned up more calories. Somebody also asked me the other day, they said, Miss Brenda, how have you got so much energy? Well, I said, you know, energy, I've told y'all this before. Energy begets what? What does energy beget? Energy begets energy. That's what it does. So, and y'all, when you were doing science, if you're like me years and years ago, all right, I'm going to stir that around. And there you go. I'm going to save that other thing of dough. I don't think I need all that. In science, it said, object in motion stays in motion. Y'all remember that rule? I know some of my science students are out there listening to this, and you're thinking, oh, yes, I remember Ms. Gantt saying that. An object in motion stays in motion. So, that's why you don't have to have any fuel out in space. Once you get the rocket started, there's nothing to stop it because there's no air except around our Earth. So once it gets way up high, it just keeps going in the direction that you pushed it in to start with. Same here. Once we get going with our bodies, it just keeps going. Be back in a minute.
The taste testing the carrots and you put brown sugar on them, and they're very good.
They look good.
They are. They're just enough like crunchy to them. They're not too soft.
Right, I didn't want to cook them too long. I wanted them to have kind of a crunch taste to it. And I also put butter on it. I put butter and brown sugar. You know, anytime you can't get a child to eat something, you put sugar on it and they'll eat it. See? She's taste testing it, and she's eating some of the, I saved her out some chicken breast. She's fixed to go to church, and at a different church tonight. Go worship with them, so anyway. This is my grandbaby. This is Kate. Let me let you come up here to her. I want you to see how pretty she is. Smile pretty. She's embarrassed. It's all right. All teenagers get embarrassed, don't they? All right, we'll be back in a minute. Hey, y'all, the crew is here. Hey.
We came hungry.
We came hungry. We're fixing to eat. You're already eating. What have you got in your mouth?
Chex Mix.
Chex Mix.
Cheese ball.
Cheese ball. But we're going to eat the other now. They got the meat cake a while ago. So she's already gone over to church, and the rest of us, we're not having church at our church tonight.
They canceled the meal, but I think they are. I've got a meeting up there later, but we're kind of backsliding right now. We decided we were going to eat chicken and dumplings.
So they're
yeah.
skipping, basically, is what they're trying to say to y'all.
That's what you do in college is skip.
That's what y'all are doing in church right now, is skipping.
Have y'all ever skipped? Have you ever done that? I want to know the truth. I'm going to be waiting for your comments. All right, bye. All right, y'all, here are the dumplings. Can you see in the pot? So they should be kind of thick looking like this. And there's the chicken in it. Okay. All right.